small crew, we could safely execute a potluck. I think I would,
Yeah.
Even though your cat is kind of unwieldy.
Her cat is what?
I didn't hear what you said. It was lagging.
Oh, the cat's kind of unwieldy. So, usually you worry about the potluck with the, with the animals and stuff. But I think
can we talk about that? Like in an office setting. Candice, I don't know if you've ever worked in an office actually, but like in like a big office setting, what are your personal policies on the potluck?
So I can eat the food from my friends. If my friends are bringing their own stuff, I give the first scoop. First scoop is important. I typically don't do office potlucks. I also don't like church picnics. So, you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, 100.
Like
I grew up not eating other people's food. Like we didn't like go to people's houses and eat their food typically. So I get that.
Yeah.
My policy is I eat the food that I brought. That's my rule. Like if I brought a dish, that's what I'm eating. And maybe if there's something store bought, I might take a bite of something where I know I saw you pull off a lid and it was from a store.
And then you just go right in. Yeah.
Now, is that cleanliness related or is that allergy related?
Both. And it's really 50-50. Like they're both equally important to me because some people don't even realize that they'll use peanut oil and stuff, or all kinds of craziness they can do. And then people don't wash their hands.
I
hear people just like doing weird things, like when they cook. Like this one lady was a little explicit, but she was like, "Yeah, like my boyfriend like spits in all of his food."
What's that mean?
As he cooks. What? And I've told him not to do it, but he just does it anyway. And I'm just like, really? Like people just do things like this when they cook? No. No.
That's really upsetting.
That's very upsetting.
Brian,
do you ever
go ahead.
Chef table and see that like they'll have like a tasting spoon and they'll taste it and then they'll put it back in like the pot?
See, I thought this tasting spoon you don't use again.
Right. Yeah. I thought so too, but I've been watching The Final Table. It's old, it's not new, but I'm noticing some of the contestants will taste and it'll go right back in.
Mm-mm.
But what's a tasting spoon if you put it back in? It's not a tasting spoon.
It's just the spoon.
It's just a dirty spoon.
So gross.
That's so disappointing.
Okay, so no potluck of anything. Great, you guys have talked me out of it. It's
So when Brian and I were traveling last week, my favorite thing that someone did in the airport was they were wearing a mask and they pulled their mask down and sneezed into their hand. Like in what universe?
Oh no.
Lexi is mortified.
Like, first of all, just like, what do you think the mask was for? And then second of all, why are we sneezing into our hand? Like everyone knows vampire arm, like
Oh,
vampire arm.
Yeah, there was one person in the airport, wasn't super close to me, but close enough, who was coughing. And you could see like the whole section of my seats, we all turned and just stared at this person. Whatever is going on in your world, you don't need to get on this plane.
Group shame.
Group shame. Group shame.
Yeah.
Right, though.
I heard someone say, "Oh, it just went down the wrong pipe." Like they were drinking water and they started coughing. Yeah. They're like,
it's okay, folks.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I don't want to hear it. I don't care if you have bronchitis. I don't care if you have emphysema. You got to shut that down. It's not going to happen.
Muffle the sound. I don't want to hear any coughs. Oh God. Oh man. Whew.
So Alexia will be back with us in a second. Have you guys seen the video from someone called Uncle Roger about egg fried rice?
No.
So there's a viral video going around where there's a BBC TV show where this woman's making egg fried rice, and she cooks the rice. And then after she cooks it, she has excess water in the pot for some reason. And she drains it in a colander, cooked rice that's just wet and gloopy.
I think I did see some of this, but I didn't understand what was happening.
That's what's happening. I was mortified. And then after she's drained the rice, cooked rice, she rinses it and runs it through a colander again under some hot water.
Well, you're supposed to rinse the rice first.
Are you
before
talking
you
about the
even cook
lady
it.
with the rice?
Yes.
Oh my God, no.
And this is like a real cooking show. This woman gets paid to teach people how to cook.
Have people
And
in
then
the
she puts it in the
comments-
pan and makes it with egg.
I haven't seen this. People in the comments seen it. Like maybe Marlon Voice of God should find this clip and play it.
Did you
He's like, just leave me alone.
Roger, the guy on it?
Uh-oh, we might have lost her today.
Oh no.
Oh darn it.
It's from a person named Uncle Roger, and you can find it on YouTube if you just Google Uncle Roger rice. It's the first thing that pops up.
So it's my job, since we're still behind the scenes, it's my job to make sure that Alexia gets a new laptop this week because we've overloaded it with all of this stuff. So if for some reason she can't do today's show, one of us are going to have to take over the hosting duties.
Hotspot?
It might just be laptop.
I
It
did
probably has
that.
nothing to do with Wi-Fi.
Yeah. It's all of my laptops I've had for like years through high school. So they're all super, still.
Here we go.
Wait, hey Marlon, you want to
What's she doing? What's she doing?
What is this?
Drain the. Oh my God! You killing me, woman! Hiya! Drain the.
The rice.
She draining rice with colander. Hi. Hello, my name is Uncle Roger. Today I will react to a video sent to me by a fan. It's the BBC Good Food How to Make Egg Fried Rice video. What is BBC? Let me see. Is it like something dirty, like Big Black?
Oh, well.
Oh, it's the British Broadcasting Corporation. Okay, that BBC is okay. Uncle Roger not into the other BBC. Let's play the video.
What is this?
Egg fried rice. Don't be afraid. This is really simple. It's cheap. It's delicious. Really satisfying. Rice. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Who afraid of egg fried rice? It's the most common dish. Everybody eat egg fried rice. Who afraid? Why are you afraid of egg fried rice? Where your courage? Uncle Roger scare ghost, but you scare egg fried rice? Failure.
This is really simple. It's cheap. It's
there are
delicious.
people
Really
who just,
satisfying.
like,
And it's like a
do
takeaway,
this?
but you haven't
I
paid
understand
£8 for it.
unboxing, but like,
All right, put it. Pause on that. So Marlon, I need Lexi to watch pitch videos on split screen
yes.
with a glass of wine. I had a friend who used to do. He used to have wine and kind of get drunk and do movie reviews, and it was huge on Twitter. Like he's a regular guy. He's a project manager at Apple, but his drunken movie reviews were like a whole thing.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
So many feelings will get hurt though.
I mean, it won't be submissions. Maybe it's just people we find on somebody's demo day.
Yeah, we'll have Alexia like find bad pitches on videos and then just show it to us.
And we don't have to do it all the time. It doesn't have to be regular.
Like behind the scenes, or like before or after a show or something.
Yeah, like drunk history of tech.
It'll be the TwitchPitch Christmas special. How about
Yes.
that?
Yes, that's exactly what we should do. Just between seasons, just to
All
keep us in great form.
Marlon Voice of God says we're supposed to start, so
It's 7 o'clock on the nose. I mean, it was barely even there yet.
you know how he gets. He's like all about the the timeline.
Is Mr. Burris coming?
Well, that comes later in the show.
Oh, sorry.
Man. Every week.
Ah!
First time.
I didn't know it was a surprise. We put it on Twitter.
No, but then we bring the guest on after.
Oh, I don't remember. I forgot. It's kind of like, amnesia every week.
Okay, so here we go.
All right, let's get started. You're watching live. Welcome to TwitchPitch, the very first live stream pitch competition on Twitch, where you, the viewer, vote for companies you like best. First, the rules. Are you new to TwitchPitch? Let's review. During round 1, we'll watch as each startup presents their pitch deck in less than 5 minutes. Then the judges will begin their Q&A. After we selected viewer-submitted questions for the founders to answer, in the end, the audience and judges will have the opportunity to vote in the poll below for the company they like the best. The most simple way to determine which company you like best is to ask yourself, would I invest in this company? 12 companies will pitch over the next six episodes, but only 3 with the most votes will be considered for the grand prize. From that 3 will come the chosen 1. And guess what? The tiebreaker is the audience vote. Prizes for this season. All of the companies are competing for a grand prize of $10,000 in cash. Your judges are from the Lightship Capital team. Alexis is an investor at Lightship Capital and a health tech enthusiast. Brian Brackeen is a partner. Candice Brackeen is the founder of Hillman Accelerator, general partner at Lightship, and an expert in all things CPG and e-commerce. And I'm your host, Alexia Archery. I'm a BSMD student at the University of Cincinnati and an aspiring venture capitalist. Tonight, we have a very special guest judge, Hannibal Buress. Give it up, everybody. Comedian.
Oh, now he's really going to kill us. Oh,
he's multi-talented and up-and-coming. The New York Times called him one of the most supremely gifted and respected comics. And the Fader said subscribing to his podcast, Handsome Rambler, is a must. He's a cast member on Comedy Central's hit series, Broad City, as well as the former co-host of Adult Swim's The Eric Andre Show. He's a favorite on the late night circuit, recently appearing with Dave Chappelle, Chance the Rapper, Chris Rock, Nas, Miss Lauryn Hill, and has written for NBC's Saturday Night Live as well as 30 Rock. Hannibal hosts a successful podcast called Handsome Rambler. Here he plays host to an eclectic mix of guests, from rappers Vic Mensa to fellow comedians the Lucas Brothers. He's played in multiple films including Daddy's Home, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Baywatch. Hannibal also lent his voice to animated films such as The Life of Secret Life of Pets and Angry Birds. Hannibal has premiered his own 1-hour specials as well, Animal Furnace and Hannibal Buress Live from Chicago, which were both highly rated. Thank you so much for coming to the show, and let's welcome Hannibal Buress.
Hey.
I can't help it. Is he coming? He may not come.
Right.
He may not come now.
I'm right here.
Okay, just making sure, because we've spelled your name wrong and we've said your name wrong and we got your picture wrong. So I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's just really when the bio intro, I was kind of like,
You're accomplished. That's all it is.
It's just how's it going? Everybody has clean backdrops. I like it. It's everybody's chill.
Yeah, what you got there? It looks like a newspaper.
A lopsided newspaper. Tell me all about it.
Oh, that's just a plane crash I got framed up.
Okay. And this is where it gets weird. Does that have like significance for you personally, or you just happen to?
I just study them. No, that's from Live from Chicago. Article in 2014 that the Tribune did.
Okay.
I'm in Chicago right now at my spot.
That's cool. That's good to see you. What have you been up to?
I've been just, I just put out my latest special, Miami Nights, on YouTube, and been working on that, doing some press and trying to, create new stuff. And I'm working on another series, News Overload, and just trying to stay productive. Just trying to, finally getting myself on a schedule. 4 months into a pandemic, I said, you know what? We need to just maybe try to wake up at the same time every day and just try to create, figure that out.
Just do the basics.
I thought it was going to be, I just thought it was going to be a few months. I started making plans. Like at the beginning in March, I started theorizing with my friends about how touring would be in September. I said, oh man, it's going to be tough to get a venue in September because everybody's gigs from March and April were canceled. And now it's like, oh no, we're not gigging like that in September. Well, probably drive-ins. There's a lot of drive-in shows that's starting to happen. So it's a wild time. The world is crumbling.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle did a show here. He did shows, I guess, the last couple weekends. I got tickets and then we went out of town. So I still haven't seen one. I've gotten tickets twice and still haven't gone. So next time.
I did a show. I did a show Saturday.
Wait, what? Thanks for the text.
It wasn't my show. It was it was down the block, and it felt risky. I was like, am I about to die for a free show out here? Did I just put it all on the line for, I don't know, but I'm all good.
Well, if it was just on Saturday, you have a couple more days.
Nah, I take psychedelics, so I feel like I realized it as soon as I got COVID. It'd be like, oh, something's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I got asthma, and I take mushrooms sometimes. So I feel like my COVID, I wouldn't get that sleepy COVID. They talk about the sneaky, like, no, mine is bout night, morning after. Yep, something's off. So I'm good.
I've not read that mushrooms do that.
Well,
did you read that?
Did you? You did?
I don't want to. We're not going to talk about.
Are you so wait? You're trying to say that I have COVID? Is what you're saying?
I'm just asking if you've gotten some research. I know we're well on
trying
topic.
to get out of that question. That's the what answer are you trying to solicit from that question?
I don't do psychedelics anymore, so let's start there.
I have a question.
Shout out Jeff Bezos. Good luck. Was the hearing today or is it soon? Good luck. Good luck in the hearing.
Oh God.
Stay strong.
Brian, you
they're just trying to take the little man down, little entrepreneur. In the briefing, stay strong, stay focused, give concise answers, and all right.
Quick question. Before we get started with the bitches.
We're talking, this is a baseball show, right?
Exactly. 100%. Phillies, White Sox. So question is, you're also, on top of all the other things that Alexia read about you, you're also an investor in early stage companies, right?
Yeah.
Why do it? Why invest in early stage companies? What do you like about it? Give me some more about that.
Well, the reason I invest in early stage companies is because I figured my life wasn't stressful enough already. So I wanted to bring in a whole nother set of high stakes variables and just, bring in some new problems and communications and tasks and chaos into my life.
I told you not to do it.
Real answer.
No, I was already doing some investing, and I got interested in it. And you know what? I'm ADD, so I'm out to try out for a soccer league. I'll do anything if it helps be something else. That's my motto. Hey, that's the ADD motto. Is it something else? I might do it then.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So Alexia,
I almost opened a food truck.
Recently?
Yeah, I almost opened a food truck, started a record label, fixing cars, playing the guitar, harmonica.
This is my favorite TwitchPitch episode.
One second. I just want to say, hey, Bezos, stay strong, Bezos. This is noted you. Even your detractors are still your customers.
When you get to be that big, even your detractors are still your customers. Can't lose. Can't lose.
Well, Alexia, what do we got going on next?
Here we go.
All right, so pitching tonight, we have Gardenio and Brite Bite.
All right, who's first?
Gardenio.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So the act of growing your own food is a fundamental human activity. We all have a relationship to food. And the idea of growing it is attractive to many of us because it's deep within our bones. So the idea of grabbing a sprig of rosemary from a bush or a tomato from a vine, we're connecting to something deeper there. And we know that a lot of people want to grow their own food, especially young people. 80% of new gardeners are between the ages of 18 and 34. And the market is at a $52 billion all-time high, has almost doubled in the past 10 years. And we know that these folks are spending the most on food gardening specifically. But if you wanted to grow your own food, you would find that it is an archaically, weirdly difficult thing to do. It's not made for beginners and offers no post-purchase support. You end up having to get up off your ass, go to a place to talk to people you don't know about something you don't know. It's an introvert's nightmare. You're overwhelmed by choices and brands. You go home, you try, and if you're like me, a month later, everything is dead. This is exactly what happened to me. I bought 13 plants, and a month later, only one had survived. And I had no idea why. The space is tribal, fragmented, and inconsistent. So we built Gardenio, which is a new kind of garden club for new food growers. And our mission to empower the next generation of lifelong food growers. We do that with a new kind of garden club membership that sends you everything you need when you need it every season, which is every 3 months, with an app to help you as you grow. Your first kit in your first month includes 3 plant kits. This means the right kind of container for what you're growing, made out of rice hulls, no plastic involved. The right kind of live organic plant, the right kind of soil for that plant, mulch, and a care guide. Every season after, you receive an additional plant kit. And if your plant dies for any reason within that reason, we will send you a new one with a program we call Infinite Lives. Then the app gives you you're growing in the middle of Alabama, you have information for growing there. Connects you to the supplies you need, helping you identify and address issues in the garden. And then to people as well, your friends and neighbors growing the same things that you are, that you can connect to, not just for support, but also when things go really, really well. And people dig it. In our first season, our first 3 months, we got our first 100 paying customers, around $20 a month they're paying. Members are loving it, gifting it. We even hacking our system to be able to gift it to their friends, sharing social and sharing their experiences, connecting to their plants. And there's no major direct-to-consumer player, much less support system for this entire thing. When we look at the competition, we look at Home Depot and Lowe's that take about 64% of the market every year. But they're high friction, they're outdated, non-digital most of the time, and mistrusted by younger audiences, and for good reason. Then there's the DIY, or there's the do-it-for-you hardware technology, largely out of New York. These are things like Grow Duo, Click and Grow, but they're being very, very plastic heavy. And because they do it for you, they divorce you from the experience of actually interacting with the soil and building a relationship with the plant, which entirely misses the point of why people are growing their own food. Additionally, it's an easily replicable technology.
What's happening?
I have no idea what happened.
Let's ask Marlon.
Okay, I gotta pitch while since we're so here we go. Right now, in these uncertain times, there's some very unique problems that have come about. Now, because people need these needs to be filled, so I've figured out a solution to fill that need. Now, with people spending more time at home than they ever have, we have to accommodate that. So I present to you this thing that people have been connecting to so much. And with so many companies going to work from home indefinitely, the marketplace needs to shift to reflect that. And I'm asking for $2 million at a $2 million valuation.
What was the business?
Huh?
What was the business?
Needs, helping with needs.
Let's just.
And
this
$2 million at a $2 million valuation, that's just full ownership, isn't it?
That's because I'm in it for the love of the game. I'm not in this to. I'm just in here to build businesses and move on.
We'll consider it as we finish the video.
There we go. It's coming back.
But like I mentioned, the market has been quietly growing, but like wild, 52 billion all-time high right now, up from 48 billion just a few years ago. And what we do is we crack open the top of the funnel and through our membership model, create lifelong market participants. So we're not just based on when people think to grow, but we are proactively sending them things to grow right for their area every season. And we've got the team to win it. I got 10 years experience in startup marketing. I had 6 years experience in startup marketing and video production. In the past 7 years as a user experience designer and researcher for major brands, including many, many startups. Chelsea Shaw, our technical co-founder, is a design school grad turned full stack developer who built the free, the South by Southwest free shit guide. And together as a team, we've been taking this company to great places over the past year. Additionally, we have Madison Matthews in operations, Dylan Zwick as a fractional CFO. But we are backed by mentors from some of the major direct-to-consumer companies out there, including operations folks from Blue Apron, Plated, Beatbox Beverages, now BarkBox, Airbnb, and then crucially the A&M Agricultural Extension Center, one of the greatest authorities in agriculture and horticulture in the country. But even more than that, where we're going, we have this unparalleled vision to completely redefine the gardening market. First, it's become the leader in direct-to-consumer edible gardening and open space right now. But then leverage those operations and that technology to extend to different plants as well, houseplants, ornamentals, cannabis, where it's legal and safe to do so, and additional porch and patio verticals. And then from there, we can actually reinvent the garden retail experience to where it's not so frightening, not so high friction, but something people look forward to going to do. You can imagine an Apple store meets garden center meets local brewery, where we're growing things there in each individual space that you can't find anywhere else. And it becomes a novel, exciting experience. But first, we have to hit our 2020 milestones. That means our first 1,000 active, happy customers. We are so focused on retention right now and building technology that helps retain people. Part of our fundraise will go to that. Then product and revenue streams, launching our vegetable offering, which we have a lot of people asking for, and our app-only membership. And so this is no matter where you're starting to grow, you can grow with Gardenio and our app, not needing to use our materials at all. Then third, to validate our Southwest operations playbook so that next year we can expand to different countries and serve more people and put more plants in people's hands. There just might not be a better time to start a gardening startup than in 2020 with the recession looming and indeterminate quarantine. The times we're in are very weird and challenging for everybody. And we're offering this opportunity to take a step away from that and reconnect to something that is fundamentally human. We're reconnecting people to their food, to their neighbors, and to themselves. And with Gardenio, you don't have to grow it alone. Thanks.
All right. So now we're going to bring the team from Gardenio.
Awesome.
Oh dear. Hey. How's it going, everybody?
Hey, Roman, how are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, sorry for all the technical stuff. I don't normally speak with minute gaps between one sentence and another, but
That's
and yet
okay.
it still made sense. It still made sense.
good.
All right, Roman, I'm going to ask the first question. I just want to say that I feel seen. So this is my in-home garden.
Nice.
Right? So it's in my kitchen. And so I'm all about this company. I had no idea that you were coming tonight. Lexi doesn't really share much before these pitches. So tell me why your team is going to kind of win this space, or at least can win a large chunk of this space.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that kind of typically folds into about three things. The first thing is that there's like no post-purchase support in this entire space. Like we talked to Home Depot and Lowe's about it. They openly know it. And so by providing any post-purchase support, we're already at an advantage. But the idea is that we're building technology that identifies and addresses issues in the garden and organizes the community so that we can amplify all the work that's being done all over the country already. So tech and people, and then very importantly, the way we talk about what we do, like we don't give a crap about being like a plant encyclopedia. Like that's not interesting, right? It's how do you talk to people and meet them where they are? And so it's very much friendly for the beginner experience. So those are a lot of the ways that we distinguish.
Awesome. And how far are you into this 1,000 happy customers execution?
Yeah, so our first season, we just hustled. We got our first 100 members of that. So our first season just ended recently. 57% retention. Normal meal kit retention is like 10 to 15%. So we feel really good about that, and it validates our focus on retention. So that's where we're at right now.
Cool. I won't take over all the questions. Who wants to go next?
I have a question in the same vein around these kind of like super users, these people, this first 1,000 that are going to be like your emissaries probably going forward. That's probably a lot of your strategy. Yep. So maybe you could share a little more about that, how you get them excited, what you think they're going to mean to the company, all those things.
Yeah, 100%. So a lot of the folks that have come in the door already have done so just because they're really excited, not just about getting plants in the mail, but and what we're doing, but why we're doing it. And so our big mission-based, and that's galvanized a ton of people. We've had over 60 individuals help either as pro bono consultants or volunteers as we've been bootstrapping over the past 2 years, majority women, majority people of color. So we've been able to galvanize people that way and get them very excited. Additionally, the app is a retention mechanism, right? So it's why we don't offer the experience as just the box itself. We offer the box with the app and support, because we know that if we keep building tools that help the home gardener, and there's not a ton out there that help them in the way that we're trying, that they're going to want to come back kind of no matter what. So that's a big way we're exciting the base.
One more question about this base excitement. You think about like a Chewy.com, for instance, how what they did for pet lovers and how their site really became the domain for a lot of answers.
Yeah.
What do you think about that same kind of like strategy around content?
Oh, 100%. That is core to our long-term strategy. So not just using members as a kind of built-in sales and referral team, but really over-investing in video content specifically. We know that the way that people try to learn how to grow their own food is by Googling and by YouTubing. And if you look at the content out there, it doesn't take long to see like a 25-minute video of some dude in his backyard, one cut, how to grow a carrot. And so we see a lot of opportunity to create better content there and really get that organic, cheaper customer acquisition cost over time. And again, speak to people in a way that the garden space hasn't spoken to them before.
Thank you.
Yeah. So your story about the plant dying in a month, I related to that because I just bought some plants and then it didn't die, but it was in pretty bad shape.
Yeah.
And so what do you wish you did differently with that plant? And because once the plant started browning and going for a while, I saw things kind of spinning out, but I didn't take the steps to change. And wondering if you looked within after the plant diet too.
Well, yeah, totally. And I mean, the thing there is like the mistakes I was making like weren't. It's because some people are like, that's how you learn, trial and error. And it's like, no, we've been doing this for 20,000 years. Like people know how to do it. Right? Like, and so when I killed them all after a month, I was like, this isn't even particularly character building, right? These are just like dumb mistakes. And so honestly, it's a cheat. I wish I had Gardenio. And because that would have gotten me started with like the right size of container. I made that mistake. Getting the wrong kind of soil. So many people make that mistake. Plant for the wrong time. Made that mistake. And so we just corrected that.
I had a palm plant on my roof, but then I guess the palm plant is not supposed to be in the sun. And I kind of reject that logic. Like you're a plant. You can't just wither up. It just started withering up. I think it was just stubbornness on my part. I'll check on it when I'm back on the West Coast. But it really was upsetting because I was trying to make a change in my home.
Yeah.
And then for it to die. So it was like, well, this year's been tough enough.
Not just that, right? It becomes like a self-confidence thing. It's like, oh, I messed up or something like that. And so much of the game is really, and my background as an experienced designer, so like so much of the game is like a confidence thing. And like all of our writing is very like warm and open, and we're trying to reframe plant death and stuff. So it's just, there's very much on the content side of trying to remove that feeling of just like, I messed up or they sold me some crap, right? Like trying to get rid of that.
Yeah, because I was like, this plant is dying. I definitely can't get a dog.
You don't got a water dog.
So. Yeah. All right. Thanks. That's no more questions.
Thanks.
Roman, tell me a little bit more about these regional playbooks. What has to go into you becoming experts in different geographies to better serve people across the entire country?
Yeah, man, that's an amazing question. We don't get that one that often. So I think fundamentally there's when we build out the Southwest Operations Playbook, that's like, all right, how big does the facility actually need to be? How do we get the processes in place? Like with what we have right now, and you're seeing a bit of it, like we already have processes and systems that we think can scale, but we don't really know if they can until we do that. Right? It's part of the raise that we have going. So I think operationally we need to get that set. We need to make sure that on the acquisition side, we're getting the right people in the different areas. There may be different kinds of people with different kinds of needs in different parts of the country. And sort of additionally on the operations side, we rely on the expertise that's already there. Got cut off in the pitch, but it's like nobody knows how to grow better in the middle of Alabama than the people in the middle of Alabama. And so we rest on our partners there. And what the community allows us to do is like actually get data on how plants are performing, how they're doing. We're already getting this stuff, right, on why plants die. The garden centers just like don't have a ton of, at least not in any organized way. And so it's about relying on the expertise where it is, and sort of saying like, all right, well, we're going to adjust our operations, give people the best shot, the best kind of tomato for this area, best kind of rosemary, things like that.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh wait, don't go anywhere yet.
Okay.
So now we take audience questions from the comments. We'll bring Alexia back if we can. She can read some off. And Alexia/Marlon, if we can start with the real Weefy. That's Wilfredo Fernandez, a good friend of mine. So I'd love to start with him if possible. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not.
If not, I'll read it and just.
How about you read it so we can keep this party going?
Let's do it. So, how are you thinking about customers? Oh, it's moving fast. How are you thinking about customers that want to scale from growing a few to 15 to 20 plants?
Yeah, so we did a bunch of user research on this. Again, research background, so we're just talking to people like crazy. And we found that around 8 is what people, the amount of plants that people, even in small spaces, are willing to kind of hold at a single time. There's opportunities for within that to upgrade to a bigger size. That's something we want to offer, the kind of up potting for later. And then, I mean, we really are focused on getting people who have that, we call them garden curious, getting like the garden curious people in the door, starting to grow stuff. And if they move to another place and they're like, hey, I want to start a bed, that's cool. We're down the line going to be able to have technology that allows them how to plant a bed, ideally some kinds of services to be able to help make that happen. But we're trying to specifically grow the top of funnel instead of like overly focusing on these kind of people who now feel like they're kind of expert gardeners. So we want to be able to serve them down the line, but initially we're really focused on top of funnel.
Excellent. Lexi, want to take the next question?
All right, what is the eventual exit goal for this? Acquired by a big box garden store?
Yeah, that's one of the potential paths. We're really just focusing on trying to build a great business right now and deal with a lot of those questions later. But one of the paths is through a big box garden store. We have a lot of love for Lowe's. The other one is, what would an acquisition of an elevated retail garden experience look like? That's one path. And then we really think that a lot of what somebody's going to end up buying is not just the community, but also the technology portion. So we can see a more tech forward acquisition. In fact, we're already kind of in conversations with a partner who's interested in long-term acquisition, who has a host of D2C brands direct-to-consumer brands that they manage. So it's kind of it's early, but already within sight of what something like an acquisition could look like.
So Sepe says, I know retention is important, but what happens when customers feel comfortable enough to venture out on their own?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. I feel like companies like Blue Apron or Play to get this all the time. It's like, what about when people learn how to cook? And I think that's totally fine. I think a lot of people still use it for the convenience, right? Right now, the experience is still, you have to figure out the right kind of soil. Now you have this huge ass bag of soil. You have to go buy the plants and them, if possible. Experience where we feel like we can offer value in terms of the convenience and curation. But like, even beyond that, it's like, that's why we're having this app only offering, which is because if you're coming and you bought all your own stuff, you feel like you know what's going on, that's totally cool. We still want to be able to support that, right? And so that app is the retention mechanism that even beyond just the physical thing, and it's a higher margin business too, the tech side. That's where we're really focusing on serving that customer who feels very comfortable now. And they're sticking around largely for the community, to be very fair.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on tonight. We really appreciate it. Great pitch. And I guess now, Brian, what happens next?
Thanks so much, everybody.
Alexia, tell us about how to vote.
Nice to meet you, everybody.
Thank you.
So don't forget to vote. It will be in the poll below. And up next, we have Brite Bites.
Wait. Don't we talk behind their back?
Oh, yeah. I'm
Brian, just messing this up left and right.
The problem was I said her name and our assistant heard that and thought it was me asking a question and then gave me a long definition of a very long word. So I had to put it on mute. So yeah, that's why. But what happens now is we talk behind the person's back about
Thank you.
The company. So.
Awesome. All right. I'm not going to go first because I don't have positive words. I don't want to muddy this.
Yeah. I should have read more about that palm plant and I should have kept it inside. But I think you should, you know anybody that grows wheat in their house?
No, I don't.
Why are you acting like us crazy? Well, I'm in a legal state. California's a legal state. You might know, somebody, they haven't told you. That's what it is.
You know how I am. All am. Right. So, do I know anybody that grows it in their house? Yes.
Because that's what he said the next step was for him. I saw that in it. He said, step 2, weed plants.
Which is probably a good idea. So here's where I'm getting a little bit lost with this company. Is this standard plant your own and giving guidance on the planting? There's no hardware. Is that right, Lexi?
Correct. As of today, there's no hardware. It's geographic specific plants for exactly where you live with step-by-step guidance on how to be more successful with that.
Okay.
Once he said that he had a plant die, I related to that. And then it was tough for me to focus on the rest of the pitch because I was thinking about my dead plants. So
it was interesting. I mean, do people? Yeah, do people? I'm a parent. Okay, so I'm focused on keeping people alive. Are people younger than me and those who don't have children are more focused on like pets and plants? Are they concerned about plant death?
100%.
I don't relate.
100%.
So I don't relate to this.
Like literally, but like literally 100%. Those become your kids, your pets, or your plants.
Okay.
And pets is a very, not even saturated, but kind of very well-defined market at this point.
Okay.
And plants are not as well-defined. So there's still some white space there. I guess my only question is this solution the Chewy of this space or not? And I don't know if there's enough IP or delivery method or thing outside of delivery here. I'd love to see like, and this is the machine you get, and this is how it works, and this is what makes it amazing. Yeah. So, wait, Lexi.
But the thing is that there are a lot of people in this space that are very machine focused. Yeah. And that isn't the solution either. Those aren't doing well either, because for my demographic and for people younger than me, there is a personal and emotional connection to your plants that is removed once you start to use the machines of the world to accomplish this.
I can see that.
There's a lack of satisfaction in that relationship. And once again, I don't know if this is the Chewy. This, I think, may just be too early of an industry in terms of the at-home gardening community, not just gardening, where we may not have the answers to that yet. But there is definitely a huge demographic of people who not only want to have better plants, but they're looking for a more sustainable at-home food solutions, but they aren't seeing success, particularly in certain parts of the US where it's more difficult than others to do this.
God, I hate that I don't get this. I'm so sorry. And I understand that they're trying to like start a market, and I'm not even certain, like if I think about in the US, there was a turning point where people got more into pets, right? When I was a kid, not everybody had a pet. It was just like, it wasn't like it is now. We were in the airport the other day, and there was a lady who had 5 golden retrievers with her traveling.
That's the Air Bud effect.
The Air Bud effect. That's exactly right. They had their own team. Like, I don't understand how this becomes the new trend.
I mean, look at things like this. Look at the Sill. Look at, there's at least like somewhere between 5 and 10 D2C plant-focused startups that have become unicorns or are approaching unicorn status just in the past like 3 years. We may not see it happening because you're also a very accomplished grower yourself and you have a history with this, but particularly for those in larger cities, there's no instruction manual for this and it's very difficult to accomplish on your own. You have the background. And for those of us who don't, like with me, I have 15 plants in my house and I call my florist once a week with questions.
Wow.
Yeah. But, in terms of like optimal success for my plants, because I don't have a playbook. My parents didn't grow plants. I don't know how to do this. And I live in an urban setting. I don't have like a plot outside my house. So I have to go find resources to optimize their success. And I
would look at that. If I were an investor in this space, I would look at this as how do parents interact with their children's teachers or service providers or daycare providers, or reading books about how to raise their kids better, or buy different tools or things to make their kids, smarter, right? Like it's a very similar relationship, which is interesting. But if an investor can get their head around that, they will probably see the opportunity for what it is.
It really is, it's like Hello Parent for plants.
Well, it's food too. Was the main focus food? It's been a while, so it was cucumbers.
It is food. He's starting with herbs and then moving to larger, carrots, tomatoes, yada yada. After he raises some money.
Okay. All right. I mean, I need to just learn about the space. I'm not like gonna knock it. I just think I'm not the cohort. My cohort is I let the machine grow it, right? And I grew up with a garden, so I know what grows in my area, and it's just a lot of work. So I'd rather have somebody else do it. But yeah, sorry.
I think what was cool about this was we got a lot of comments from the folks out there. It's interesting because they're very passionate about the plant company.
Oh no, everyone in the audience is all about this, and people are like, I'm going to send you some information about what's really happening in the world, Candice.
Hadia's got some stuff for your feet, evidently.
People are coming for my head here. So, I mean, here we are. All right, we are well over time, you guys.
Let's bring Alexia back in, and she can introduce us to the next company.
We're having trouble in these streets tonight, you guys. I don't know if she's going to come back.
It's the internet.
All right, so now we're going to Brite Bites.
Here we go.
How do we fill awkward space?
I could show some YouTube videos.
No.
I actually was sharing my screen, so I was getting ready to. Oh, I could go to weather if you want.
No.
I think we're good.
Hold on. How you gonna ask for time to be filled, and then when somebody gives you multiple options from various angles, you just reject them, and then we just chill in this dead air? Fine, fine. Have it your way. Let's just waddle in the dead air.
She acts like she doesn't know you and what's going to happen if she gives you that vibe.
Oh my God.
All right. Let's go, Mom. We're ready.
All right.
Hi, my name is Bree Macrick, and my company is Brite Bites. Growing up, I struggled with nutrient deficiencies and digestive problems. My doctor recommended that I consume a probiotic in the form of a pill. I did this, it helps a little bit, but it was inconvenient. The pill tasted awful, and it was a pain to swallow. Today, consumers expect more from their snacks. They're looking for convenient, satisfying options and healthy options to fuel them through their day. Another issue is that pills taste awful, are a pain to swallow, and are so inconvenient to travel throughout your day. Introducing our solution. We change the way we think about snacks and life. We care about people as whole people and want them to live happy and healthy lifestyles. We provide all-natural, probiotic, superfood snacks in 3 delicious flavors that are dairy and gluten-free: our coconut crayon, dark cocoa, and PB and Oats. Each serving of Brite Bites contains your daily serving of probiotics to support your immune and digestive system, as well as aid in protein utilization. Our probiotics are 10 times more effectively than yogurt cultures to help balance out your good gut bacteria. And the best part is that our probiotic requires no refrigeration. We know that the snacking business grew $3.4 billion in 2019, and the market for probiotics is expected to reach
crazy in these streets tonight. I don't understand what happened.
To make a big dent in this. While 83% of consumers admit to some sort of digestive issues, they want something that can help alleviate their digestive problems that isn't another pill. We are targeting toward health-conscious females ages 22 to 44. As in a traditional household, 80% of the mothers are doing the grocery shopping and controlling what is brought and bought into the house. I started this company during my sophomore year at school at Michigan State, and we've done so much in such a short period of time, from outsourcing and manufacturing to talking to big box retailers such as Whole Foods and TJX, getting distribution and launching. In the future, we're expected to launch in the Chicago market and continue to grow throughout the Midwest. When we sell direct, our snack size has a 24% profit margin, and our family style bag has a 42% margin. In the next few months, we expect those margins to increase by another 15%. We've done over $54,000 in sales since starting, and this year are projected to finish 2020 doing over $176,000 in revenue. Our social media is a big part of our marketing plan as we focus on influencers, giveaways and partnerships, and sponsored ads. We also do in-store demonstrations and have a blog featured on our website. Our competition is these companies that are using unrecognizable ingredients.
Oh no, it happened again. I wonder if it's now that we've gone to like a 6-up instead of a 4-up.
Could be.
Yeah, just some sort of stability issue at this point.
Well, I got some YouTube videos queued up, and we can just, or let's just talk about our favorite snacks. Sometimes I just put my hand in full of until a bag of sugar, and just cut out the middleman. Just don't need no factory. This is what I really want is the sugar. I don't need Jolly Ranchers to provide that for me and all their processes and shipping. Oh, sorry.
Who knew improv skills really matter?
Do in-store demonstrations and have a blog featured on our website. Our competition is these companies that are using unrecognizable ingredients and lacking the probiotic, which is something that really sets us apart. Well, these are bigger brand names and have a lot of money behind them. Consumers today are looking for new, innovative products and products that are functional and include that probiotic benefit. We're on Amazon as well, and in the first few weeks we were on, we completely sold out and only have 5-star reviews. I recently graduated 2 weeks ago from Michigan State and now work on the company full-time. Last year I was named Michigan State's Student Entrepreneur of the Year. This wouldn't be possible without our amazing, dedicated team as well. And our board of advisors. They have so much experience in the consumer packaged goods space. Ryan is the co-founder of This Saves Lives. Alex is the founder of Bon Bon Bon, a Forbes 30 Under 30. Andrew is the managing director at Greenwich Capital. Our brand vision is much larger than just using snack bites. We're launching oatmeal cups, specialty drinks, and CBD bites, all using shelf-stable probiotics. We're expecting to raise a friends and family round to help us get to the next level, reduce our COGS, increase our part-time workers, and pay for some packaging slotting fees. If you have any questions, I'd love to talk further. Have a bright day.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I guess here comes Bree.
Let's bring the team. Hello.
Hi, Bree.
Hey.
Good pitch.
Thank you.
I think.
Awesome job. So tell us a little bit about the education that needs to be had by consumers around probiotics. I know that many of us that are more health conscious, we get it, but there are lots of folks that just don't understand why probiotics are important. So talk to me a little bit about that.
So the education is actually less than you would think or believe that it needs to be in a process. So probiotics was named one of the hottest trends by Whole Foods in the last year and is expected to just continue to rise. So like you stated, a lot of the people that are health conscious do understand what probiotics are, but even the people that aren't health conscious have friends that are talking about them or they're seeing this word probiotics. And we're really solving the issue of both people that want to get an easier way to get their probiotics in their diet, as well as the people that hear this word probiotics and don't know where to get them. And eating a snack food that actually tastes good is a much easier access to that entry of probiotics than taking these pills and not really sure what they're supposed to do. They see the other nutrient value in our products as well.
And so you showed a little bit about kind of what you've made so far in the life cycle of the company, but then there's kind of a pretty significant jump for this year. Are you on track to kind of grow toward that 176 number?
Yeah, we'll be a little shy of it. This was reported before COVID kind of all went down, and that significantly hurt us. I mean, 50% of our retailers shut down within a week.
Okay, great.
I'm just trying to do some more research on probiotics right now in real time. Can we feature my other screen, please, so I could
Hannibal Buress.
let's see. Well, I want to Here we go. Okay. So what do yep, Googled myself there.
The number one thing you Google is your own name.
Gotta see I just dropped a special. I gotta see what's going on in these streets, man.
On YouTube.
I gotta say, hey, what was up with that one thing? Hey, so I got these probiotic tablets that I just saw upstairs. I saw, but I hadn't been here in a couple months. Are those okay to take?
I mean, I'd rather have you take Brite Bites.
Okay.
Good answer.
Actually, that's at least someone.
That's actually a good question, though.
Yeah, about shelf stability.
Shelf stability.
Yeah, so our products are shelf stable without refrigeration for 6 months. I'm not sure, some competitors are processed for up to 2 years. You just have to think of all the unnatural ingredients and preservatives they're putting into the product to make it survive past 2 years.
Be honest, like you shouldn't be eating something that's 2 years old anyway.
Then you know your food's really been modified.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. So how many comments in one bag?
So there's 10 bites in one bag, and 2 bites is your daily serving. We also have the little snack size, which is 4 bites.
Can dogs eat it? What is the effect of probiotics on?
So especially because ours have peanut butter or chocolate in it, it's not safe for dogs. And this product has not been tested on animals or treated or any consumer studies done with animals.
Okay. It's just, because some people, they love their dogs. And my dog has what I have.
We've had people ask. It says clearly on our site after we've seen people do it. And
rest in peace to all those that were affected.
Who's your best customer? Who's the person that's like rabid about it? Tell me about their kind of age, gender, ethnicity, all those things. Because I'm curious about the people you need to find and then help them to be kind of those viral people for other people.
So it's the female that's between 26 and 32, has a full-time job, has a really steady income, and is the one that's going to her yoga class and hit workouts in the morning and wants to refuel for her day. She might also have kids, and she's really conscious about what she brings in the household and what she feeds those kids. She understands that living a healthy lifestyle needs to be incorporated in all areas of their life and needs to should start at a young age. So she provides that for her family as well. Price for her is not a typical concern. So she's willing to buy in large quantities and might even subscribe to our subscription service. So they're delivered on a bi-weekly basis.
Yes.
I wasn't this accomplished in college. All right.
No,
great.
no.
Yeah. Congrats, Bree. Lexi.
Bree, tell me, if you were to get onto store shelves, where would you be slotted?
So we are in 35 stores. So we're slotted in multiple different areas. So some displays, we have a full end cap. So that actually drives sales about 35% more having an end cap and a full display. We can be near cash registers. So that's where we're at with our smaller option as a grab and go. And then we're in the snackable, better for you pouch snacks. So you see a lot of like crackers and cookies there, or some stores have a dedicated aisle for nutritional snacks.
So what kind of turns can we expect in the nutritional snacks space?
Can you repeat that question? It lagged.
Oh, I'm sorry. What kind of turns can we expect from the nutritional snack space? One shelf.
So on average, we sell 1 case per SKU a week, which is really good with the industry standards at our retailers. And some do even better.
Great. Thank you.
Alexa, order me some Brite Bites.
Having Hannibal on the show was like getting shot by darts during
Prime now. Alexa, order me some Brite.
You're setting off everyone's Alexa in America right now.
I got this a while ago. It came free with something. I got something I got at Best Buy. It was and they threw in Alexa's these Echo Dots free, and I haven't because I'm scared of it. But I respect. I might, you know what? I might fire it up and order Brite Bites, right? Like as the first thing.
Are they available via Amazon?
They're available at Amazon Prime.
Okay, girl. Okay, good answer.
Yeah, stay strong, Bezos out there. I know they coming down on you, Bezos. Stay strong. You gonna get through this.
I think we probably should go to audience questions before we have to go to behind the scenes.
Yeah.
How effective is this product compared to the probiotics in live cultures such as yogurt?
So our probiotics actually 10 times more effectively than yogurt cultures. You think of yogurt, it's highly processed. It's going through a lot of manufacturing processes, and the bacteria just die out, unlike our probiotic.
From Michael, is this a base of the marketing more open to those as an entrepreneur that should focus on their health, but maybe don't have the time?
Yeah, so great question, Michael. It's definitely great for on-the-go people. I'm a busy entrepreneur myself, so feeling me throughout the day, it's not always a nice, fancy, elaborate meal. It's just something quick that gives me that sustained energy, a balance of carbs, protein, fat, and the benefit of probiotics.
What percentage of your sales are from repeat sales, and how often do said shoppers return?
So we, on average, have a 44% customer retention rate from our website and Amazon. And then in our wholesale retail accounts, it's about 98% are reordering.
That's dope.
So what stops these folks from adding probiotics to their bars?
So some people are. It's definitely a process of food science, manufacturing, understanding the benefits of it, and then finding the right strategic supplier.
Hey, do any restaurants kind of throw probiotics in like they do with mints?
No.
The only place I can think that adds probiotics to anything is like
possibly a smoothie bar or something like that. It's right, just like a hemp or something like an oil. And to answer this question I see pop up, they taste amazing. So that's our goal, is providing healthy food that actually tastes delicious. So you're combining, cranberries, dates, coconut, to create a really unique and mouth-watering flavor, or a dark cocoa that's packed with almond butter and cacao nibs that are high in magnesium. So taste is our number one priority to deliver to that consumer.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on. We're going to just talk behind your back about the company and then let you know.
Thanks,
awesome.
Bree.
Good luck with that Amazon purchase.
I got to find another outlet real quick and then we'll see.
So, wow, Bree.
We can't talk about this.
What? You can't talk about this?
We can, but it's food.
It is food. It is food.
Try the food.
Yeah, I think I don't know how you differentiate this product from other probiotic products or snack foods. I don't know if this is my way to get probiotics. I tend to move toward what was on the show on Tuesday, which is like a chewable or something like that. So I know what I'm getting every time. But at the same time, I think that if she differentiates her entire product line, and if she's kind of Brie Bites and Brie Soup and Brie Smoothie, maybe in a Whole Foods, maybe then she gets to be known as that probiotic company. Because I don't know if anyone really owns that space yet.
There could be a rapper that, what if somebody did a deal with her, like the 50 Cent vitamin water deal, and it became a rapper that was really all about probiotics
and gut health, like Jamie Lee Curtis.
Health. Yeah.
Wasn't that weird though, when Jamie Lee Curtis was like eating the yogurt and then they were kind of pointing at her stomach? That was weird.
I don't really remember that. And
no one remembers that?
It was in the comments earlier.
Was it?
About I'll pull it up.
It was Activia.
Yeah.
If you play the Activia commercial, I swear to God. It's coming, isn't it?
I thought she was really impressive.
I liked her. I liked her a lot as a founder.
She's way ahead of like so many people her age, or ahead of me when I was at that age.
She's ahead of people our age. So I said she's ahead of people our age.
Oh, she is. Yeah, she totally is. And it means a lot.
She's a super impressive founder. Fundable company. She's in 35 stores already. She's proven the concept. It's really just getting into 1,000 doors at this point is the goal. So who can help her scale? I mean, if I'm thinking about, we're voting for 12 companies. I see her finishing right now in probably the top 5 if I'm thinking about it, just based on the work that's been done.
I feel like I met an investor earlier this week, maybe it was last week, that talked about an Amazon first strategy where you just go ahead and like get to $1 million revenue on Amazon alone, and then approach retailers and say, look, I got this huge following. People want it. You're missing out on it. So you need me in your store, right? What do you guys think about that as a strategy?
What, an Amazon first strategy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very similar to a D2C strategy, right? See if you can get to a high enough number, and then folks are going to want to have you there. I think that's how Billy got purchased, right? And some of the other big D2C companies.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, Amazon strategy, they know everybody pretty much, right?
And all their information.
You know, they got all our info. So if you want to sell somewhere, they could probably get the word out a little bit, you know.
As soon as you plug that thing in, it's over for you, man. You know exactly where you are.
Hey, what you want?
Sorry.
I'm gonna start using Alexa as that's when I get back to doing shows on the regular. I'm gonna use Alexa Dot as the microphone. Remember the guys would have those old school microphones like that, and run it down. But I'll use this, and just so the algorithm can slowly absorb my comedy, and then by then, and I do maybe about 20 shows in, a robot will do the rest of my tour. From all the data they've got.
I could actually build that for you in real life, by the way.
Blessings. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want that. When the road opens back up, I need, got to bounce around for real. I need to get to multiple places. Once the road, I want to be, shows everywhere. So let's start production on that. That tour will be sponsored by Brite Bites. And we're gonna make it happen.
I'm like weird AI story. But there's one of the founders of AI, his wife had cancer. So anyway, his wife had some kind of cancer. She was dying, and so he started to teach the AI all about her, everything she said, just had her talk to it for hours and hours and hours, and slowly kind of moved her consciousness into the AI. And so when she eventually ultimately died, she actually lived on, but the AI would know what she would have said based on, what it had trained her. So this continues on to this day.
Is that weird robot that was kind of traveling around the like TV shows?
Maybe possibly. I saw it just one time. I saw it at a conference, but it was
creepy.
Absolutely crazy.
It was creepy. Yeah. All right, I think we need to bring Alexia back because we are now over time.
All right, time to wrap it up.
All right, everybody. It's been a fantastic show. So, this episode of TwitchPitch was sponsored by Republic. Republic allows anyone to invest in startups. They launched to level the playing field for entrepreneurs and investors. Republic has garnered a reputation as an industry leader in the regulated crowdfunding space and continues to innovate and push forward toward our mission to democratize startup fundraising and investing. These are real firms pitching real investors for real cash. Now, don't forget, to vote in the link in the Twitter polls down below. And stay tuned for our next episode on Thursday at 7 p.m. We will have another special guest, I believe. That's been confirmed, yes. And tune in to find out who.
Awesome. Well, good night, y'all. And we're about to go behind the scenes.
Yeah. So Hannibal, how this part works is the show is over, but it stays on, stays live, and then we just talk casually about anything.
Yeah, and so you're welcome to stay or drop off, and we could talk behind your back, or you could stay and chat.
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Of course. And he knows he's on mute. And you know he knows he's on mute. Yes.
I didn't realize it. It was like I knew and then I didn't know. And then I went up to get into this Jamie Lee Curtis article. And I forgot I was on mute, you know?
Great. Awesome. You guys, we did it tonight.
It was fun.
It's good. You have a good time?
I had a great time. This is I didn't remember this part of her. You recently appeared in commercials for Activa yogurt. You think the stigma of talking about digestive problems has lessened, or do you think there's more discussion because more people are suffering from digestive disorders now? Oh, you know what I just thought about? You know the rapper Cameron?
Yeah.
He had a song called IBS.
You did?
He had a song about irritable bowel syndrome.
I'm Googling this right
I
now.
don't know if I believe
real.
it.
Was that?
Is that true?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Cameron, Chicago.
No, he from
But
Harlem.
what did the IBS stand for?
Irritable bowel syndrome.
He really does have it. What?
Oh, no.
That's a real thing.
There's an article from Vice.com called Losing My Shit, What It Feels Like to Deal with IBS. Are you serious right now?
Yeah. Hold on.
Wow.
That down and out song, Cameron and Kanye, when they were both,
Yeah. What does it sound?
Oh, no. This isn't great.
What's wrong?
No, that's just not that's weird, but maybe he could be a spokesperson for probiotics.
He probably needs the money.
Okay, get out that man's pockets. He might have been just fine.
I don't know.
He could be a producer at this point. He could be writing
Cam's
songs.
doing all right. I think Cam's doing all right.
All right. There were some hits in there.
We can't automatically assume.
Who am I to judge?
Don't judge that man. I'm sure he's great.
Look, I'm a fan, so I'm disappointed there wasn't more. I think there should have been more, to be honest.
More about irritable bowel syndrome?
More from Cam.
Okay, got it. Super confused by that. Awesome. Well, everybody knows that it's about this time of day where I have to leave because I haven't had a proper dinner. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good night, fam.
I have 6 more pictures before you guys get into it. Let me just pull up my documents real quick. I'll just be about.
Can you pitch that one company that you pitched me? It's called No Sound TikToks.
Oh no sound TikToks is that's a secret project. I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, Candice.
That is not a secret project.
That's an underground project.
It is not an underground project.
Someone tell you something in confidence.
Oh, come on. I'm not, yeah, whatever.
Life is every time. How's it feel like every time you go somewhere, just feeling crippling, not crippling anxiety, not everywhere, but some places can't sniffle no more, you gotta you bring it in. You gotta stop it real quick. You can't fool. It's crazy out here.
We were just saying that we were on a flight, or we were flying out to somewhere, and there was this lady. She was wearing a mask. She pulled her mask down to cough into her hand, and that's just nasty.
Yeah, people. There's a lot of rhythms that people still getting used to with flying. Even you getting your drink when you got your mask, and then you're like, oh, do I? And you pull your up, and then all the rhythms are off now. You don't know people.
Are you flying?
I've flown twice. I flew to my sister's 50th birthday, LA to Phoenix, and then I flew out here to Chicago. I hadn't been here in 5 months.
Oh wow!
Those are my two flights over the past month or so. But I was pretty scared for a while. It's just because I didn't want to. It's not bad, but a different environment. And like the first time I went to the store after a while and saw everybody with masks, I was like, this is heavy. Now I'm kind of used to it a little bit.
Yeah. No more companies to pitch. Do you have any new fun companies that we should know about?
Do I have any new No, nothing new. The newest thing is Undock, which you introduced me to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
Okay. Just checking. Well, awesome. Well, it was good seeing you tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. And we'll talk soon.
Good time.
All right. See y'all
All
later.
right. Bye-bye.
Okay.